welcome back to Catch the Vibe Outdoors. I'm your host, Justin Blanchard. As you can see, we've made some updates. Today is episode 2. Last week we had our general, just a basic setup, but we've improved our lighting a little bit. We're still messing around with that. But our sound, we got a little bit better sound for our listeners. And a little bit better background. At any rate, let's get started. And by the way, if you guys or ladies have any suggestions for us to make your viewing more pleasurable, please comment and post on our blog located at vibrationstackle.com. Let's get started. Some of the highlights, Vibrations Tackle highlights. Well, let's talk about the opener. What a great, here in Wisconsin, weather was just beautiful. Now, I have not been able to get out fishing the opener for probably the last 3 years, unfortunately. I've been a little tied up, but I was able to make it out this past weekend. And, man, was it ever beautiful. I had an opportunity to get out and do some field testing for some of the products that we're going to be releasing next year, 2016. So kind of messing around, playing with different components and whatnot, and trying to decide which way we're going to go with some of that stuff. More Vibrations Tackle news. Oh, big one. The Teddy Cats have arrived. Look at this. We apologize. We've had a little delay, a few little minor complications, but they are back in stock. We hope to have them up on the website here within a day or two. Once again, Clements in Genoa, Wisconsin, will be also carrying the Teddy Cat EchoTail. And then next, some more news, Vibrations Tackle. What we're going to be doing is releasing a new color every month, and this month, the color of May, we're coming out with this Grape Tootsie offered in a 3/4 ounce. It will be available on the homepage on our website. Also, Mark 1 charters will also have this in their shop at the Bay's Edge Resort. So once again, this is the Grape Tootsie EchoTail. Should be a really good color for up in Green Bay as well. We haven't ran it yet, but it looks pretty Green Bay-ish to me. Let's see. Moving on, EchoTail pointers. Last week we talked a little bit about the tuning of an EchoTail, and I want to back up just a little bit. Let's get down to the what makes the EchoTail blade bait. How does it differ from other blade baits on the market? Not that other blade baits are bad. All blade baits are good, but what separates our product from other similar products on the market is this soft plastic tail. And as you can see on the table here, we have a variety of different sizes and different tail rigging options. The EchoTail is designed and made so that you as the angler can put your own soft plastic tail on and adapt to your own conditions. We stock them with Kalin's grub tails. This particular tail is one of my favorite colors, this popsicle 2-inch. But at any rate, there's so many different plastics out in the market. If you haven't seen what it is on the back, it's just a barb. You know, it's got 3 different little barbs on the back, and you just push that plastic on. You try to line it up in the center, and you just push it on. But there's so many different products. You know, Uncle Josh has got this new meat product. These meat crawlers, they work good. We use the meat minnow. That's a good product to use. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll take a scissors. You know, I'll just take one out of the package here and show you. I get slimy here. Why not? What the heck? So this is a meat crawler, and I'll take a scissors and I'll cut it, about a 3/4 inch tag, and you just kind of slip it. You know, I'll just kind of show you a little example here. You just kind of push it right like that, or you can push it on and then snip it off. That might be easier. However you might choose, but you know, it doesn't get much better than a blade bait with a scented tail. On that note, you know, another trend that has started taking place kind of started out more with the Whirls from Outdoors First Media. they started tipping these blades off with live minnows. And a few anglers from out in Michigan started doing that as well. I've actually just happened to have a bucket of minnows here, so I'm going to give a little demo on that too. Stopped in at Dick Smith's Bait and Tackle today and picked these bad boys up. But I know on Lake Wingra, actually over the I'm sorry, not on Lake Wingra, down on Lake Erie, ice fishing this year, this particular technique worked really well. They were using the 1/4 ounce, find one of these little suckers, 1/4 ounce and our new 3/8 ounce, and what they were doing, let me get this down so you can see, is they were taking a minnow, like you see here, and taking that minnow and pushing it right up onto the barb, right through the mouth. So you got a little squirm in there. And then you take that back hook, once again, just like on the plastics, and you just take that back hook and you bury it just to kind of hold it. Now you might need to play around with different size minnows. Some of them may hold on better than others. But this is, check that out. That to me, this is something I really haven't played around with a whole lot. We've got so many different sizes. We're all, there's so much to tackle here. No pun intended. But this is something we're definitely going to be playing around with. I know the Whirls were up at Andy Meyer's Lodge last fall, and they used this. They were in a situation where the plastics just weren't working, so they tried tipping it off with live bait and just really smacked the walleye. We've got some nice photos. We'll get those pictures up. But that's in a nutshell. We just want you as the anglers to feel like you can to put any tail on you want. That's a lot. A lot of people come up. Well, geez, can I use can I use a Mr. Twister? Can I use Berkley? Absolutely. Experiment. Let the fish tell you what they want. You keep switching the tails up. You can put twin tails, these double scampy tails on the larger musky sizes. So many soft plastics. The new seismic shad here from Uncle Josh. You got these pin tails. This particular tail is a friend of mine. He lives out in Cape Cod. He's a striper guide. And this is his tail. It's like a slug style bait or plastic, and it's hinged. Very solid, meant for saltwater fish. But we throw these, they got them in 5-inch, 7-inch, 9-inch. We'll throw these on our saltwater. We'll throw these for bass. Tip those off, like on the 1 ounce all the way up to the 4 ouncer. But if anybody ever has a question about different tail selections, some of them work better than others depending upon whether you want to jig with them or cast or troll, and some of them tune easier as well. But that is our Echo-Tail pointer for episode 2 here. Moving on to outdoor news. The Great Lakes Kayak Series, they had their first event this past weekend on the opener on Saturday. What a great day for a kayak fishing event, for a tournament. Lake Delavan in Wisconsin. They ended up with 35 competitors. Nice field of entries for that particular event. What they were doing is targeting pike. That was their tournament. They've got 3 more tournaments coming up, a couple on the Fox chain, and then down in Illinois. I believe that is in, let me see here, Ottawa, Illinois. So that, I had some notes here from, but at any rate, cool event. This is their 2nd year running the kayak series. Congratulations to Mark Rasmussen. He caught a 33 3/4 inch northern pike on Lake Delavan. So congratulations to Mark. He took $585 for first place, and then he also won Big Fish for $50. Let's see. Take a Vet Fishing is coming up next weekend, May 17th. That's going to be on Fox Lake. And if you've never, Take a Vet Fishing is just an awesome event. Last year, we had, I believe, 130 vets that signed up. Now, some of those were guides. That was on the Waubesa Lake, the Madison Chain event. They also had one on Minnetonka in Minnesota, and this year they've expanded into Illinois. So if you get a chance, check out the Take a Vet Fishing website at takeavetfishing.com. Sign up if you know any vets, get them involved if they're interested. It's just a day of taking vets out. You know, we've got guides that sign up, volunteer a whole day. They launch their boats early in the morning. They dedicate a half a day to fishing. They come back. They have a nice ceremony, food. There's, you know, in Madison, or in the Waubesa event, they've got a nice band set up. It's unbelievable. You just got to be there. So check out their website. They've got, if you're interested in contributing, they do have a donation button on their website. But check out Take a Vet Fishing coming up this weekend on the Fox Chain, or next weekend, May 17th. Or 2 weeks, I'm sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Some more upcoming events. This weekend, I'm sorry, the Take a Vet Fishing is in 2 weeks. This weekend, the MWC is on May 8th and May 9th. That's going to be in Sturgeon Bay. And then following up on May 17th is the AIM tournament up in Sturgeon Bay on May 17th. So I've talked to a couple guys, and a couple of guys going to be fishing quite a bit up in Sturgeon Bay pre-fishing, and guys fishing MWC, they might have a little upper edge going into the AIM tournament. But moving on to fishing reports, we're going to go start here with Madison. The Madison area fishing report, the shore fishing report. I've got a shore fishing report from Israel Dunn, a.k.a. Shorebound Hero. That guy is on top of his game when it comes to shore fishing. He, last week, had an opportunity to go down to Lake Wingra, and according to him, the bluegills were absolutely on fire, both on live bait and artificial. He also said that he had seen numerous 4 to 5 pound bass coming in, starting to move in on beds and making their beds. As far as muskies go, and the Madison Chain from Shoreline, Israel says that the triangles of Monona Bay, muskies have, they appear like they're done with their spawning cycle for the most part from what he had seen that particular day. They were chasing spinner baits. Purple seemed to be a pretty good color, so there's a little tip for you, all you muskie anglers going out to the Madison Chain. Try throwing some purple spinner baits. As mentioned earlier, I did get a chance to get out fishing a little bit with a friend of mine, Mickey Wilson, hometown friend, longtime friend from McFarland, Wisconsin. Went out and fished Waubesa for a bit. He stuck a couple nice muskies right away before I even got out in the water. He stuck a 48 and he said a small, like a mid-20s to upper 20s muskie. Got that on an Echo Tail. And let's see. Oh, when we were out, it seemed like the water is gin clear on Waubesa. I mean, you could see down 10, 12 feet without a problem. The fish were a little skittish. Lot of fish stacked up between, the north end. A lot of crappie anglers down there fishing. The water's a little murkier down on that side of the lake between Lake Farm and the railroad trestle. We pulled some pike out of there. Moving on over to Upper Mud Lake, tried doing some bass fishing, and target a lot of water between 3 to 5 feet. Upper Mud had water temps up to 62, 63 degrees. We had a difficult time trying to get them to go, and we decided, you know what, I wonder if those suckers are right up against the shoreline, right up in the cattails, and that's right kind of when we had to get going. That's Mickey pulled out a dogfish. We got a cool picture of that, but picked out a couple nice bass out of the right up against the cattails. They were in about that much water, real shallow. Moving on to Mississippi Pool 9. This report is from Captain Ted Peck. According to Ted, water temperatures around 66 degrees. He says they're about 3 weeks ahead of schedule right now. The bass are crazy right now. They're holding in about 3 or 4 feet of water. They're really clinging to them rocks. He's throwing spinner baits and rattle traps. The walleye right now are right up in the wing dams. He's been throwing cranks. In particular, the Root Beer Float Bomber 6A has been on fire for Ted Peck up in the Mississippi Pool 9. As far as Green Bay goes, this report is from Zach Burgess from Why Not Guide Service. Why Not Fishing? He's claiming that a lot of the fish have started moving deeper outside. Last week, a lot of fish were up shallow, but a lot of them are starting to kind of move into his summer trolling, around that 12-foot range, 12, 15-foot range. So a lot of the fish he thinks are starting to, a lot of them are kind of spawned out. He had temps up into upper 50s. A lot of the fish up in Sturgeon Bay have been, in the past week or so, they were a little bit larger. They're not quite as big this week. Smaller fish. Moving up to, let's see, let's go up to Lake Superior, up to Squamigan Bay. This report is from Josh Tigan. Haven't heard from Josh in a little bit. I got to chat with him a little bit this morning. I happened to see, I don't know if you've checked out his Facebook page, but he absolutely murdered the bass up there on opening day. Water temps were 50 to 55. All these bass are pre-spawn. They're just lit up right now. He's been targeting water over about 6 feet, really near wood. He says that water, that 6-foot water, and anywhere where there's wood, I'm assuming up near the shorelines and stuff. He's been throwing a lot of seismic shads from Uncle Josh. He's been throwing scatter wraps, I believe is what he said. Echo tails, a little bit of everything. He just says that everything's working up there right now. Over to southeastern Wisconsin. Coho and Browns are still going on crankbaits, flicker shads. We actually had a pro staffer hook a really nice king salmon. He went out to do a little video shoot because he was doing so well on the Echo Tail out there. He decided he was going to set his camera up. John Cieslik, and he got a little surprise. He ended up with a nice king salmon that showed up in May, and he wasn't really expecting it. He wasn't really equipped for it. He was using tackle for targeting smaller coho, but he said it put up a nice 15-20 minute fight for him. We should have video of that here. And then if you want more fishing reports, I would say for southeastern Wisconsin, I'm going to tell you what, Dick Smith's Bait and Tackle, they always are on top of their fishing reports. If you go to dicksmithslivebait.com, they're always updating their reports on all of the lakes and the Great Lakes and rivers and all that here in southeastern Wisconsin. And I think that pretty much wraps up our fishing reports. As far as our forecast for the Echo Tail this upcoming weekend, neutral colors is what I'm going to be throwing. It seems like a lot of neutral colors are working all around right now, especially, on the Madison chain. So we'll be throwing, like that 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, more like in our browns and our blacks. Rob from Vibrations Tackle, he loves a black Echo Tail with a white tail, with the white Kalins. That was what he caught those muskies on a couple of years ago when we scored that double, and that's just his go-to bait. But if you're looking for muskies, the 1/2 ounce all the way up to the 1.5 ounce, good size to throw for the muskies. Dad actually caught, I forgot to mention in the Wabisa report, he was using our 3/16 ounce casting in the evenings from shoreline where there's a little current. That worked really well right before it got dark, and then all the fish switched over to live bait, and he didn't get bit after that, but caught a couple of respectable walleye casts in our small 3/16 ounce Echo Tail. And then, I've got a homework assignment for you. This is going to lead into a little bit of we're going to put together a prize package, I think, here in a few weeks. But our homework assignment for you this week, and you can post and comment on our blog at located at vibrationstackle.com. If you go to the homepage, you'll see blog and click onto the blog. Pelagic. We would like you to look up the definition of a pelagic fish, and not only give us the definition, but also provide us with some of the species, the pelagic species fish, and post them to our blog site. And we're going to follow up. We're going to take you somewhere with that, and I think it's going to be really good. Trying to think if I missed anything. Yeah, just let's talk about the pelagic fish in the next episode a little bit. And I did miss a report. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around here a little bit. It's late tonight. But I missed a report. Brian from Chaos Tackle, he scored a nice, really nice muskie. I think it was a 47 or 47 and a half, maybe, out on Lake Monona. And he scored that on a new product that KS Tackle is going to be releasing as well in 2016. So sounds like a few of the manufacturers are, including us, they're working on some new stuff for you anglers. So that's always an exciting an accomplishment as a manufacturer when you develop something and stick a big old fish on opening day. So congratulations, Brian, from Chaos Tackle. But I think that wraps our show up for episode 2 of Catch the Vibe Outdoors. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, vibrationstackle.com. You can find our YouTube channel if you link back to our website, our Facebook page. You can get to our Pinterest page. And we've got a lot of social media out there. We got a newsletter as well if you're interested in maybe getting these videos, these broadcasts directly emailed to you. We can do it that way too, as we may be setting up a newsletter every now and then with the broadcasts. So sign up for our newsletter. But until next week, we hope everybody the best of luck fishing. I know here in the southern part of the state, it looks like rain almost every single day this week leading into the weekend. But I'm hoping to maybe sneak out and get an early morning in. We can get a break in the rain. So we will see. And wish everybody the best of luck fishing. If the fish aren't biting, just relax. Justin Blanchard from Vibrations Tackle. Have a nice day.